This is on coincheckup.com. You guys can see right now Bitcoin is at 63.54, and Bitcoin dominance is at the high 36%, 37% earlier in the night, which is more than it was in the last few days to a week. We were down in the 32, 33%. 24-hour volume is 32 billion, and we're right around that 300 billion global market cap in crypto. Here's the trading view since September, October. We've had a little more volume, and yesterday, a couple days before that, you guys can see right here where we're on the red line is the current price. We dipped below that, if you're depending on where you're at in the world, this morning on into last evening, and you can see the 200-day moving average that I had drawn. We're very sensitive to you guys out there in the altcoin Buzz Army. We know that many of you, a good majority of you, got into crypto right in this zone. October on into November, late November, and in December on this run up. You can see where I'm pointing my cursor. This right here means if you invested during this time, you might be underwater right now on your portfolio. So we want to give you some strategy, some tips, some things that's going to help you over the long term today. And it will work whether you have been in this for a couple years or whether you did get in this zone and you're wondering what to do and you're looking at things, looking and refreshing the screen every night. We are going to call this the altcoin Buzz Crypto Drip Method. And I did see there's a lot of resources out there online for this method. Some call it the dollar cost averaging, but I didn't find anything that I thought would be fitting to you guys. So we did some real live numbers and scenarios. This is going to help you for the long haul. This method is good if you are looking at this market like you're going to be in for the next 2 to 5 years, maybe a little shorter. The crypto markets, move a lot quicker than average. We do know what's going on in the overall stock market yesterday with the Dow losing 1,000 points. And it had a huge run up and has this year, as everybody knows. But this year's return got sucked out of it yesterday. But if you believe that cryptocurrency, blockchain technology is emerging tech that's here to stay and that we are in a long-term bull market or a steady uptrend over time, you're going to really like this worksheet. We're going to encourage you to only invest high risk or disposable income. And what this is going to do for you is remove the emotions out of your investment plan. It's going to help you stick to it. It's going to take your decision making out of it when we hit these real highs and these real lows, and you're going to get better sleep at night. So here's your worksheet. I wanted to pull a real life scenario. This is an average yearly salary of $50,000. You can type in these numbers here. As you can see, we can type in if it's a little higher and you make $75,000 a year, and we put that in, you can see what that does to the numbers and increase these. But we're going to start off at a $50,000 salary per year, and I'm going to say you should be saving at least 10% of that. I would like to see a little higher. We're going to put in 12% savings right there, and you can see how it changes your savings. That's a $6,000 savings per year. Now, with that, we're going to encourage you only use a portion of that for your portfolio. Surely you have other investments, things that you do. So if your risk tolerance is pretty good, we're going to use 20% of your savings on that. And that equates to $1,200 a year. How much are you going to drip into this per month? It's equated right here, $100. Monthly available to invest is going to be a portion of your savings, a 20% of your savings, and that might be high risk for some of you. It might be low risk for some of you, but you have to make your own decisions on this. But these are real live numbers with some normal salaries. All right, so we have put these into the chart, and what I want you guys to see is what happens when you invest a big lump sum, maybe at the highs of what we were a month ago. And what that looks like for investing then and what it looks like for dripping that out over the course of 2 years. So as I go down this chart using these numbers, we're dripping in $100 a month. We start off with our $1,200. Our $1,200, let's say you had that and you invested that back in November. And here's some real live numbers on a crypto. This isn't necessarily Bitcoin numbers. This isn't, I just had to pull, let's just call it your favorite crypto that you invested in 2 months ago. And you're underwater right now. So the dates over here, as you can see on the left, are a 2-year time frame by the month. And this is what happens when you drip money in with this method, and if you come out ahead putting it all in at once, or you put it in over the course of these 2 years and how it goes. So here's our price of the coin that we invested in, 108 per coin right now. That means that 1,200 we used to invest in bought us 11 coins initially. So we bought 11 coins, and then look at this. The next month, this coin dropped in half. So this is real life, guys. I'm not trying to paint a pretty rosy picture and have a bunch of fluff. We want to give the scenario that you got in at the wrong time and your investment went all the way down. So the second month that you're in, the price dropped to 54. That means your initial investment was only worth $700. But you're going to consistently drip $100 into this a month, into your portfolio, and keep buying shares. So in the second month, your $100 you put in buys you another 1.8 shares at that 54, or not shares, but more the coin. And now you have a total amount of coins of right under 13. Your total investment that you put into this project, $1,300 at this point. And here we go. The second month you're in, it drops to 34 per coin. Now, you guys don't need much work to find out that that's a 70% drop in the markets. If you go out to coincheckup.com and you start looking through your coins that you're in the investment section, I'm just going to go out there to show you guys. You can go to this investment section right here, third tab over, and you could look how long your coin has been around, the volatility. You can look the cumulative return, how many percentage of winning months you've had, the maximum drawdown, maximum growth in a day, maximum growth in a month. But this is the important one that I told you guys about, this cumulative return. And you want to know how many, right under that, how many times have we had a winning month? So you just put your coin into here. Let's just pull Litecoin so I can show you guys real quick. We're still in the investment tab section, and you can see, okay, if you're in Litecoin, it's been around for 57 months. Look at this compound monthly growth rate. Pretty strong for that. 83% of the months are winning months. So you can tell by just that example alone that I've given you very conservative numbers for this. Maximum drawdown on a lot of these has been 46%. I gave you a maximum drawdown of 70 on this worksheet. So this is real life. But month number 3, we continue to drip $100 in. You're increasing in your shares. Now, our total investment, $1,500. Things are still going down and leveling out on into this month. Oh gosh, what is that? September, 6 months into this. Your coin price is still not doing the best. Maybe kicking up a little bit, maybe recovering. I took it to a real life scenario where you spent almost a year in this coin not doing great. We started to have a little bit more of a run here towards about 3/4 into your investment in this, but every month we're still dripping in the 100, buying a few shares per month, and you can see the total amount of coins that you would have in your portfolio is increasing slowly, slowly, slowly. Again, not all fluff. Look at this. Some months flat, some months down. Here's the coin worth $46, and then it drops to 43, back to 45, 48, 49, back to 42. So very realistic scenario, and not a huge percent of an increase like you see in crypto all the time. So this, just to show you that this method works even in a flat market, even when we're going back and forth and back and forth. in turbulent times. And even I had it at the end of 2 years. You can see down here in the last few columns, it only kicks up to 73 per coin, 70 per coin on your last month 2 years into this. So it didn't even get back up to your $108 price where you originally bought in. You bought you had a pile of savings sitting there and you bought into it. But how did you come out? When it's all said and done, you can see in this column the total number of coins that you own now with the drip method are 61. Those 61 coins with a total amount of that you invested over this 2 years. You see how this goes down here? Started with the 1,200, dripping in the 100, 100, 100 every month, and what it bought you every month at these prices and adding to your coin total. So here we are at the bottom, 61 coins at $3,500 total investment. So you take, now I own 61 coins. They're worth 70 a piece. Right here, $43.23 that your portfolio is worth. You put in $3,500, it's worth $43.23. Not bad. That's a good return. You look down here, using the dollar cost averaging method, or we're going to call it the crypto drip method here on this worksheet, your total value or your portfolio is $43.23. You invested $35. That means that you bought in at an average cost per share of $56.67, and that is a non-compounded, that's not compound interest, just a simple non-compounded rate of return of 19%. You guys can figure that by subtracting that and divide it by your overall investment that you put in. Now, what would happen if instead you took this $3,500 all at once, right in the beginning, and you just bought and held the $3,500 all at once, and you said, I'm going to buy that $3,500, I'm going to get in here at 108. Go down here, look what it does. The $3,500 one-time investment at 108 means you have a total of 32 coins sitting there. They're worth $22.68 right now at this point, with this coin at 70 per. With the drip method, dollar cost averaging into this, you have 61 coins. So you guys can obviously see that method is going to work during up and down times. It's going to get you through. Again, mostly takes the emotion out of investing. It takes you out of refreshing the screen all the time and worrying what's going to happen. Again, if you believe that Bitcoin is never going to go back to those levels and this technology is worthless, then it's a different story. But you happen to have seen and know, and you've been involved in the markets, and you've seen a lot of these companies and what they're doing and what is being created right now. And we at Altcoin Buzz, we know it is the wave of the future coming up over these next 5 years. So again, right here, put in how much you make per year. Put in your tolerance. Let's kick this up. Let's put it up to 100. And you can see how the numbers change. And let's say your savings rate, you only want it to be 10%. You know that's $10,000 a year. We're only going to take 20% of that as high risk portion, and you're going to pop in $2,000 to start with, but monthly available to invest $166. Let's look how that goes. Same returns, same amount of returns, but you can see how many more shares you have, how much dollar amount, it all changes for you. So I will include this in the show notes so you guys can get this on a link. Let me know if you have any questions. If you like this video, if you like these kind of things, please hit the subscribe button. If you're new to the channel, ring the bell for comments up in the top right, and we will send you more videos.